1841, it was part of Florida's coastal defense system. Occupied during the Civil War by Union troops, Key West was under Union control throughout the Civil War. That Fort Zachary Taylor was originally built on a 13-acre island, complete with a drawbridge. Due to landfilling projects, all one island today. Getting ready to cross Angela Street, 93. Assigned a railroad project to Port Leon, Florida.
First church was made for the African American people.
Key West.
Here in Key West.
Made a lot of money growing pineapples. Became a very respected member of the community. That church still going strong today. It's here since 1823. Commodore David Porter arrived, set up a Navy base down at Mallory Market. His mission was to control and eradicate the pirates. The Navy remained here through the Civil War, part of the Atlantic blockade, Spanish-American War, World War I, World War II, Korean War, Cuban Missile Crisis, and Vietnam. Today, it's mostly a training facility. For those who served in the Navy or military service, thank you very much. I'm going to play the anchors away, folks, because I'm a Navy man. I can't help it. Commodore David Porter, when he put the flag on base, it had 24 stars at the time. Straight ahead is the southernmost point in the continental USA. That concrete buoy was built in 1983. Before that, it was a sign, continuously stolen. We're about 157 miles to Miami, 90 miles from Cuba, 122 miles to the nearest Walmart. Folks, here's the southernmost people we're at the bottom of the world, end of the road. That cable hut right next to it, built in 1917, that's where the Western Union cable was attached from here to Havana. Southernmost tours there, hello there, folks. On my right-hand side, the southernmost house, built by Selma Strable in 1941. She was a writer for the Saturday Evening Post. She also wrote a novel, Reef the Wild Wind, about our shipwreck salvage industry. Became a movie in the 1950s featuring John Wayne. The plaque on her wall says southernmost house. That's because she built her house 18 inches further south than the original southernmost house up ahead on my right-hand corner. I'm told 12 years ago, Johnson & Johnson outbid Madonna for that southernmost house. I'm 61, Madonna's 60. Hey, I like to have Madonna over here. On my right-hand side, this Queen Anne Victorian mansion, built by Judge Vining Harris in 1896. Took 4 years to build at a cost of $200,000. One of the few homes with an excavated basement on the island. He built that as a one-bedroom home. Thomas Edison himself supervised the installation of that home. In the 1920s, there was a speakeasy. Now Capone's been in that building. It's open to the public. The lobby's open to the public. Welcome, go inside. I'm on the southernmost street in America, South Street. Turning left on the ball, going north. This Victorian mansion on the left-hand corner, that was the home of Eduardo Gatto Jr., cigar factory owner. He originally built his home on the right-hand corner, the southernmost parking lot. He did not like how the sun shone on his terrace while he read the newspaper. He put that home on rollers, used mule power, spun it around, put it on that side of the ball. Over 100 years later, it's still the only odd-numbered house on that side of Duval Street. On my left-hand side, that yellow building with the butterflies, Key West Butterfly Nature Conservatory. Out back, lush tropical greenhouse. Over 1,000 free-flying butterflies. Over 50 species from all over the world. They got a beautiful gift shop and gallery. There's a little black quail out walking around. They got 2 flamingos in there named Red and Scarlet. Trying to get them to lay an egg, but you won't do. The cigar industry. Fortune was made in the cigar industry in Key West. It was started in 1831 by an Englishman named Sir William Wallace. He opened a small factory in the heart of Old Town. By the 1870s, the cigar industry exploded. That's because Cuba was in a fight for its independence from Spain. The cigar factory owners and workers fled to Key West. By the 1890s, population 20,000, 1/3 were Cubans. They worked in 160 cigar factories, hand rolling over 100 million cigars annually. Key West cigars were world famous. And on my right hand side, there's La Terraza de Marti, named after Jose Marti. He was a lawyer, poet, journalist, and a passionate speaker. He's considered the founder of Cuba. We call him the George Washington of Cuba. In 1893, he stood on that balcony making a speech to his supporters, raising money for Cuba's fight for its independence. He came to Key West several times to raise money and support. We have a statue of Jose Marti up in Bayview Park, paid by the Cuban government. In 1895, he was leaving in a boat in his homeland at Ross Dios. He was killed. I'm approaching that Trubal stop. Please remain seated so I can come to a complete stop. I'm turning on to Truman Avenue, named after President Truman.
If you're terminating your trip at the next depot, stay seated until we stop competing. Watch your steps. Use the handrails.
Before it's called Truman, it's called the Big Street. Back to the island. For landfill project is out of the miles. We got nobody to pick up. I should have just kept going. We're going to come on. Anybody getting off?
Speed of other foggy parts inside of the right.
We got a rooster there.
Alcoholic beverages. Now, people like drink.
A lot of those roosters are running around Key West.
Watch out for low-hanging branches.
I ain't seen
They
no
have
low.
delicious bugs in them, but they can do.
I said this was before it was called Truman. It was called the Big Street, separating the town from the country or the suburb. It also divided the island in half. The landfilling project took place in the 1940s. Okay, folks. Folks, the most dreaded occurrence on this island was not fires, hurricanes, or the Civil War. It was a disease called yellow fever. Nobody knew where it came from or where it was going to hit next. There were several epidemics throughout the 1800s.
There's a place called a restaurant, Better Than Sex. Wow. Maybe you gotta check that place out. Why would they name their restaurant Better Than Sex?
Some Key Westerners
It had
left
to be
town for other
better.
parts of the country. They fumigated mailbags with sulfur. We had a public health officer and Army doctor. He thought the cause of the disease was sanitation. He and his troops did a general cleanup of the island, drained salt ponds, stacking water. He also implemented quarantine laws. At one time, the entire city of Key West was under quarantine. Nobody knew it was over. That helped reduce the spread of yellow fever because it was not known until 1902 the cause of yellow fever was a virus. She prayed that as long as that grotto stood,
Right there
Key
is
West
my
would
hotel.
never again
Silver
be hit
Palms,
from a direct strike of a full-force hurricane. That held true for almost 100 years. 1919 was the last time Key West got hit by a full-force hurricane. That grotto very important to Key West in the hurricane season. There's a threat of hurricane, they start lighting candles and praying. Hurricane Irma hit 40 miles north of here. Key West suffered water damage and wind damage. Hello. I'm sorry. How you doing?
And this is all where all the drums hang.
I guess it just got out of Don's place. On the right-hand corner, Florida's oldest fire station, Oak Station number 3, built in 1907. Had a fire in the firehouse. Had to vote in 1908. 12 paid firemen, 200 volunteers. Horse-drawn carried $1 million of his own money. Construction began in 1905. 7 years later, first train arrived in Key West. His gift to Key West on my right-hand corner, Casa Marina, Spanish Renaissance architecture. Construction began in 1918, opened New Year's Eve, 1920, rooms $8 to $12 a night, all meals included. That was built at a cost of $350,000. Three-story hotel, considered hurricane proof, built with German imported concrete. Commandeered during World War II by Navy officers and their families. Commandeered again during the Cuban Missile Crisis by the Army Missile Battalion troops. We at Higgs Beach, named after former Mayor Clarence Higgs. We got tennis courts, playgrounds, dog park, beach cafe. To my right, the Straits of Florida, the body of water between here and Cuba, where the Atlantic Ocean meets the Gulf of Mexico. We have tidal waves on our shore. That's about 5 miles offshore. The third largest coral reef in the world. North America's only coral barrier reef. We have observation towers, captains walk to large homes. Why would anybody move to Key West? The shipwreck salvage industry. Fortunes to be made. Anytime someone yelled, wreck ashore, every able-bodied man was a wrecker. They would race out to the reef, rescue passengers and crew, salvage and cargo and ship. That was a maritime law. We were the only city in America that issued wrecking licenses, had a federal court system set up to handle shipwreck salvage cases. A wreck would happen at least once a week. 1 week there were 11 ships ran aground trying to escape a storm. Buoys and lights were put along that reef. Last shipwreck salvage case was heard in 1921. On the right-hand side, West Martello Civil War Fort. Today it's the Key West Garden Club. Construction began 1861. Never completed, considered obsolete, as because of the invention of the rifle cannon, which could spit a projectile into that wall and explode, go right through the wall instead of bouncing off. It's been used as a cattle pen, used as target practice. People started hauling off the bricks and they started to put a stop to it. On the left of that fort, that is the African Cemetery. That's the African Cemetery Memorial. In 1860, the Navy captured 3 ships on the way to Cuba. For wildfire, the boat was hauled the wheel. On board were 1,400 refugees, African refugees. They were taken to Cuba to be sold as slaves. They were brought to this island, provided food, shelter, clothing, and medical care. However, due to the inhumane conditions on board those vessels, 295 people died. They are buried along that shoreline, and it is listed on the National Register of Historical Places. We're passing the fishing pier at the base of the Key West AIDS Memorial. That fishing pier was completed in 1960. Locals call it the unfinished road to Cuba or Havana. Excellent fishing out there on that pier. That AIDS Memorial, dedicated in 1997, paid for by local donations. You can walk, that's a rum distillery. You can walk in the lobby of that place. There's a great story about the most prolific and notorious rum runner of Key West during the 1920s. They called her an Amazon woman. They called Spanish Marie. Her husband was killed by the Coast Guard. She ran her operation out of Savannah, taking over 4 boats at a time. The Cardi family in Cuba sent over that rum. Key West, the most alcohol-drinking city in America during COVID. Folks, we're approaching stations for a 10-minute break. We need one. Stretch your legs, get anything to eat or drink. The main seat is I come to a complete stop. I'll have a call back on the loudspeaker.
10-minute break.
Well, I'll be leaving here about 5:23 or so, 5:20, let's say 5:25. This last train anyway. We got plenty of time to make the sunset celebration, folks. We'll be right on time. Folks, I'm going to leave by 5:25. You're on here now. I'm leaving. 5:25. That gives us more than 10 minutes. Everything takes off. Cigar factory owners in
No, he was trying to
1891. They didn't chose American bank.
This is Duval Street.
Hey, that gallery,
Making our way down.
Took a father and son 2 years to carve that. They had to bring in 20 oxen from the mainland to raise
Most
it up to
popular
that level.
street in Key West, Duval.
1930 to the first national. Ernest Hemingway walked in there with a royalty check from his book, A Farewell to Arms. Named President Woodgate. He walked into a bar. A man named Joe Russell cashed that check. Hey, Robert Ripley. That's Robert. Robert Ripley said this is the longest street in America. Street from the Gulf of Mexico to the Atlantic Ocean. About 14 blocks, about. Folks, we own Main Drag, world famous Duval, named after William Hope Duval, first civilian territorial governor of Florida. Most famous bar on Duval Street, across the street on the left-hand corner, Sloppy Joe.
Sloppy Joe.
Ernest Hemingway's favorite hangout.
Famous Sloppy Joe, right on my left.
Originally located to my right where Captain Tony's is located. The owner tried to raise the rent on Joe Russell, $3 a week to $4 a week.
Juice bar, Sloppy
He and his
Joe.
patrons, they didn't like it. They picked up their cars doing the beer. Came to this location. At the time, it was called the Victoria Restaurant Building. It was vacant. He later bought that.
Rick's bar.
I'll let y'all do a little time. Up ahead on my left-hand corner was the Baptist monkey store. On my left. That home was the home of
Wall Street is where all the party and all the action is.
He was the mayor of Key West. Historic brick building located in Key West First Library. Bought by the Women's Club in 1940. That building was built 1892. On my right-hand side, I'm just about to pass the oldest house in Key West, built 1828.
1828, this house
Out
was
back was
built.
the last remaining outdoor kitchen in the Florida Keys.
One is the oldest house.
That was the home of Captain Francis Wallace. His wife had 9 daughters, 2 died at a young age. He was a harbor pilot, shipwreck captain. On my right-hand side, up on the second floor level, you see that school bell. That's the oldest schoolhouse. 1860. Annie Baldwin and her daughter, they taught music there. On my left-hand side, St. Paul Episcopal Church. Their first church service. Christmas Day, 1832, in the old courthouse. That's open to the public. You can only appreciate those stained glass windows from the inside out. They were poured in the 1920s. You sure for $1 million? That's the fourth building on that location. First church destroyed by the hurricane of 1846, the second by the fire of 1886, the third by the hurricane of 1909. The Episcopal Drive, Methodist, Baptist, Catholic congregation, and no telling how many are here on the island today. More bars and churches for a city this size than anywhere in America I know of. On my right-hand side, Duval's only skyscraper, the Concha Hotel, got 7 stories, over 1926. 1947, Ernest Hemingway stayed here, working on his drought. A streetcar named Cigar. Returned 2 years later, bought a home, remained a resident of Key West. On my right-hand side, you got the pink and green sign. Jimmy Buffett's original Margaritaville. He can show up unannounced any day. Right on my right, Spanish colonial style building. Modeled after the City Hall in Havana. This is where that mysterious fire started in 1986 at 2 a.m. That was the San Carlos Institute. Cubans needed a place to conspire for Cuban independence. It became one of the Jose Marti made rally speeches there. It was the first bilingual integrated school in the state of Florida up to the 1950s. On my left-hand side, the Strand Theater. Second floor, Rococo architecture. Built 1936 by Juan Carbonell. Rococo architecture common in Havana. Pegasus Hotel with the Art Deco architecture. They needed special permission to put up that Art Deco. It looks good to me. Straight ahead is the 600 block of Duval. Back in the day, that was the hub of Duval Street. I mean the hub. The hub. Across the street, left-hand corner, that's a large block. Put that by the Navy in the 1940s. Actually called 2 blocks to my right, the main gate of the Navy base. Imagine 15,000 servicemen and women going on liberty on payday on Duval. They had Cinderella liberty. Just step out of the bars, look at that clock, get back on base on time. All of a sudden, the Navy base closed in 1974. 15,000 servicemen and women. 10,000 dependents, 6,000 civilian deployed leave Key West. Duval Street shuts down. 600 block goes bankrupt. They sold some of those buildings for $1 on the 600 block. Under the conditions, they'd be up and running by the bicentennial, July 4th, 1970. I'll get in behind this bicentennial. We're in the seaport area. It was what one time called the Gibraltar of the Caribbean. Access to the, well, Fort Jefferson actually called the Gibraltar of the Caribbean. Access to the Panama Canal, South Central America. A lot of importing and exporting went on back in the day. That harbor's called a bight, B-I-G-H-T, body of water. Surrounded on 3 sides by land, went open, make for a safe harbor. We also discovered shrimp. We had a stricker fleet station here for a little while. It's in Stock Island now. We discovered shrimp by accident in 1949. You know how the fish was set there, kids, that wasn't easy. Seen shrimp. They couldn't catch no shrimp, so they shrimp in here in the daytime. One of the shrimp boats from it heads out overnight. Next morning, full of shrimp, pink gumbo, or pink gold. Those shrimp are sensitive to light. They hide during the day in the sand. Also, I got a song called Sea Shanty. That's probably, this harbor, Paris probably hung out in this harbor before 1823. Ever since ships sailed the high seas, I was always silent. Big pirates, the pillage and plunder. I learned to talk one of these days. That's what they sound like. Also, Key West, turtle capital of the world. There's a bar called Turtle Crawl. Crawls, they dug out the word meaning skin or ground. Out front of that bar, you can see the remnants of that skin. It held up to 400 live sea turtles before they were processed into turtle steak or green turtle soup. That industry lasted up to the 1960s. The green turtle was put on the endangered species list. On my right hand side, there's a Texas-sized postcard. Becoming one of the top 5 photograph spots on the island. Up ahead on my right, that building, that was the Grandy Canning Company. They put out 200 quarts of that fine green turtle soup daily. Today, that's the Waterfront Brewery. That mural's called the Wailing Wall, painted by Mr. Weiler. He painted 100 such murals all over the world. That's number 52 of 100. He has a gallery on Duval Street. Up here in Key West. Oh, shut up. On my right, the home port of the flagship of Key West of West Virginia. Last wood schooner built in Key West. 1939 by Thomas Enterprise. Reached its namesake, West Virginia, for 35 years.
Only wood grill.
30,000 miles.
Only wood grill, not Hollywood or
I was trying to explain
Bollywood.
this was the
Only
seaport
wood.
area. Persian Range was a rough part of the neighborhood back in the day. Across the street, that white building with the red doors. In the 1960s, you'll see Red Door Saloon, 16 buckets of blood. It was considered the roughest bar on the Gulf Coast. They were taken down. You didn't have a weapon, they gave you one, so you have a fighting chance for that. Jimmy Buffett, he wrote a song about it. He had a granddaughter named Betsy Porter. She lived here in the second oldest house, built 1834. Pirates Well to the left of the port. She was friends with Robert Cross. To the left, into that lane, that's called the Robert Cross Cottage. He stayed here 16 days. We got the little chicken won't get out of the way.
Yeah, the rooster. They're all over. Oh, they want to have chickens. The baby chickens.
Look, right, on my left-hand corner, that sign says it all. Birthplace, Pan Am Airways. Okay, let me get out of the way so they get around. Large sisters
But that's a
for
human
fresh
rooster
water
making
steam
some
powered
good
ships. On my left. On my right hand side, the Audubon Gallery. In 1832, famed naturalist John James Audubon came to Key West to paint our beautiful birds. Jesse Porter in the 1950s. In the 1950s in Key West, all across America, people were destroying their old historic buildings. She formed the Old Island Restoration Foundation. On my right-hand side, this is the Captain John Geiger home, built in 1840. 1958, slated to be demolished. They want to put a service station there. Jesse Porter and the Old Island Restoration Foundation saved that home. Last wood building with wooden shingles on this island. Captain John Geiger and his wife had 11 children. He was a harbor pilot, shipwrecking captain. On my left-hand side, this monument inside the wrought iron fence, built in 1866 by the Navy Club, a memorial to the 167 Union soldiers who lost their lives to yellow fever during the Civil War. I'm turning on to Front Street, probably the oldest street in Key West. Front Harbor runs along the front. It all begins to my left at Mallory Dock. Mallory Marshall, best known locale in Key West. Named after Stephen Mallory. He moved to Charleston during the Civil War, became the Secretary of the Navy for the Confederates. And I'm turning into Tilt Alley, named after Asa Tilt, A.S.A. Tilt. He's the one built that Spanish colonial mansion on Whitehead that Ernest and Pauline bought. He built that in 1850. He's also the founder of Gibson, Georgia. Straight ahead, Mallory Dock, Key West Sunset Celebration, world famous. 1 hour before sunset, food vendors, street performers. Some of those street performers travel all over the world. On the right-hand corner, a memorial sculpture garden. 36 busts of men and women who settled Key West, learn more about their history. Folks, we're going to end with the national anthem of Key West, Margaritaville. Yeah. Folks, thanks for taking our tour today. We got time for the sunset. And those performers. Sponge Market right there. Go see a video on how they process those sponges, buy natural sponge, just go back and work the car. L1, the Shell Warehouse. You don't believe they're the creators of what's on those shells they're making. We made it, folks. No accidents, nobody hurt. Fix it backwards on the way and red.